Have you been getting alumni all wrong? Is it singular or plural? Masculine or feminine? What about fiancé and fireman and nurse? Why are some words in English gender specific? Shouldn't we make them gender neutral? All this and more coming up. But first, thank you for subscribing to The English Nut. What? You haven't yet? Please do so right away. We use the word alumni a lot. It means the former students of a school, college or university. It could also refer to former members of a group, company or organization. Some of us are members of our school and college alumni associations, but we often use the word incorrectly. If you say, I am an alumni of such and such school, you are speaking incorrect English. Because alumni is a plural noun. If you say, my brother and I are alumni of St. Cuthbert's School, that would be correct, because you are referring to more than one person. The singular form of alumni is alumnus. I am an alumnus of St. Cuthbert's School. He is an alumnus of the Madras Players, the oldest English language theatre group in Chennai. What if you said, Asha is an alumnus of Presidency College? Would that be correct? No. You see, this word has distinct masculine and feminine forms. Alumnus and alumni are masculine. The feminine singular form is alumna, ending in an A. And if Asha's sister also went to the same college, you would say Asha and her sister are alumni of Presidency College. That's the plural form of alumna. Note that this word ends in AE and it's pronounced alumni. Some people pronounce alumni, the masculine plural which ends in an I, as alumni, but that is incorrect. Also, if you're referring collectively to both male and female graduates of an institution, you still use the masculine plural form, alumni. So that's 4 different forms of alumni for the different combinations of singular and plural, masculine and feminine. Nowadays, some people informally shorten the word to alum to avoid getting the form wrong. Alum is a unisex singular short form. You can say he is an alum of this school. You can also say she is an alum of that college. The plural is alums. They are both alums of the Calcutta Cricket Club. However, purists frown on these informal abbreviations. So if you want the approval of purists, stick to the full form. Hopefully, with my explanations and examples, you'll be able to use them correctly. As you might have guessed, alumni comes from Latin. It is related to the Latin verb allere, which means to nourish. Its roots go back even further into a Proto-Indo-European word that also meant to nourish or grow, which is perhaps what some of these institutions did for the minds of their pupils. A related Latin word derived from the same origin is almus, meaning nourishing, from which we get the term alma mater. This literally means nourishing mother and refers to the school, college or university that you formerly attended. For example, Berea College is my alma mater. Fiancé refers to a man who is engaged to be married. Fiancée refers to a woman who is engaged to be married. Can you hear the difference? No? That's because fiancé and fiancée are pronounced the same. But the feminine form of the word has 2 E's at the end, while the masculine version just has 1 E at the end. Your fiancé is the person whom you are engaged to, your future spouse. Here are examples of sentences with the words. Sukesh introduced his fiancée to his boss at a dinner party. This fiancé has 2 E's because the person being referred to is a woman. Nafisa told us that her fiancé was a lawyer. Here fiancé has a single E because the person being referred to is a man. These words have come into English from French, a language that distinguishes between the male and female forms of words. The acute accent or accent aigu mark above the first E also comes from French. English is far more gender neutral, and there is an effort to move more and more towards gender neutral terms because gender specific terms often have a gender bias associated with them. Let me tell you a little tale. A man was driving his son to football practice when their car was hit by a truck. While the father had minor scratches, the son unfortunately was seriously injured. An ambulance rushed him to the hospital. The boy was immediately wheeled into an operation theatre for emergency surgery. The surgeon came in to operate, took one look at the patient and said, "I can't operate on him. He's my son. So who is the surgeon? This question may stump some people because of the assumptions we have about genders and professions. But the answer is simple. The surgeon is the boy's mother, of course. When some people hear words like surgeon or doctor, they typically think of a man. And when they hear nurse, they think of a woman. But nowadays, more and more doctors are women, and there are more and more men who are nurses. Some people use the term male nurse or the portmanteau word murse for them. But I think we should remove the gender bias and call a male nurse simply a nurse. Just as we should call a woman doctor simply a doctor. Oh, in case you're wondering, it's considered unethical for a doctor to treat a family member, as personal feelings may cloud medical judgment. That's why the surgeon couldn't operate on her son. A word many of us grew up hearing is air hostess. That's the person who looks after you on board an airplane, providing safety instructions, serving you food, helping you find a place to put your hand luggage. While many of the people who do this job are women, you increasingly find men doing it as well. So what do you call them? I suppose you could say air host, though that's not an established term. Sometimes we use the terms steward and stewardess to distinguish between the men and women in this profession. But nowadays the gender-neutral term flight attendant is replacing the more old-fashioned gender-biased terms. Better, right? Similarly, it's preferable to say police officer, not policeman, and firefighter, not fireman, because there are women in the police force and fire department as well. Can you think of other words that have masculine and feminine forms? Do write them below. And please subscribe to the English Nut on YouTube. Ring the bell icon too, so you're informed the minute I publish a new video. I'm the English Nut. Bye for now.